from Huddersfield to the Algarve, it is not a bad life, is it? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Private number. Hello. Sorry, who is this? Jens, the Schalke director. Okay, hi Jens. How did you get my? How can I help? How can I help you, Jens? You're going through a bad patch. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Slow down, Jens. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We've just finished up at Huddersfield. I'm just obviously with the national lockdown. I'm just kind of just staying at home basically. Doing okay. So you've been speaking to David Wagner. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And he's put my name forward. Oh. Yeah. I'm not sure, Jens. Obviously, you know, I've got a really loose toilet seat. You know, I've got some painting to do. You know, we've got a few jobs around the house. I don't know if I'm going to be able. How much? A week? You have twisted my arm, Jens. Go on, I'll do it this time for you. But you owe me. Alright, Jens. I'll get the next flight over to Dusseldorf in the morning. Alright. I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Got the Schalke job. So here we are at Schalke FC. We have flown into Dusseldorf yesterday. This is our first day on the job. Today is December the 27th. And Manuel Baum has been sacked by Schalke. And I am his successor. So let's have a look at the welcome message. So Schalke FC have today confirmed the appointment of Joe Counter as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 30-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at the Veltins Arena. Counter's put pen on a 3-year deal worth £34,500, a deal I could not refuse at this point. He replaces previous manager Manuel Baum. Counter lacks a reputation of survival specialist, a little bit harsh. They must have seen the Huddersfield series before, which creates an intriguing dynamic with many pundits expecting them to face a battle to avoid relegation this season. Schalke are currently at 18th in the Bundesliga. 18th out of... Anyway, we move on. Let's carry on. Media prediction 15th. Okay, so 15th I'm pretty sure would be a pretty safe survival. 4-star reputation, so I would say they are really struggling this season. We're in the Veltins Arena, 62,000 capacity. Stadium's almost 20 years old. Anything else there? We've got a bit of club history there. They've won a few things. German League Cup in 2005, Super Cup in 2011, the second Bundesliga twice, DFB Pokal a number of times. Europa League in 1997, and the Bundesliga. Haven't won the Bundesliga in a long time. Just over 60 years since they won the Bundesliga. So that'd be pretty impressive if we could manage that. Maybe next season if we're still here. Yeah. So basically, they're a club with quite a rich history, but obviously not really achieved all that much in recent years. Okay, so here's the best lineup. Paciencia, a guy I recognise actually. Sane, Harit Rahman, Mascarell, Serdar. Yeah, okay. Farman in goal, pretty good goalkeeper. And quite a few lone players out at the minute. Okay. So, club vision, let's have a look. Strive to make progress on and off the pitch is the club culture. That's fine. Yeah, it's fairly standard. Work within wage budget, again another standard one. Bundesliga fight bravely against relegation, okay, and reach the quarter-final of the DFB Pokal. That sounds pretty tough, given that they're probably having quite a tough run in the Bundesliga at the minute. Let's move on. Love to see the Schalke shirts in the background as well. Okay, counter takes Schalke hot seat. So let's first of all have a little look through. So yeah, 27th of December, as you can see, just after Christmas. Okay, youth intake preview. We're at that sort of time of year. Got a little bit of a wait for the actual youth intake. But yeah, okay, let's have a little look at club info and see what else we can glean from this. So there's the Valtins Arena right there. 4-star training facilities, 4-star youth facilities, 4-star reputation, and 5-star finances. You love to see that aspect. Hopefully that is reflected in the transfer budget. Squad personality is ambitious, a good estimated value, and a club, like I said, with a rich history, founded in 1904. Okay, let's have a little look at the table. They're dead last. Okay, right. 18 out of 18. That answers my question from earlier. 4 points taken from 13 games. If you're watching at home, when you're watching at home, this is the real life table from the 27th of December. So we have taken over to try and save Schalke's current situation. They're really, really struggling at the minute. Obviously, let's have a look at the more detailed table, shall we? Bundesliga. They haven't won a game. They've drawn 4, lost 9, 13 games played. A goal difference of -28 is pretty awful as well. So, yeah, we need to turn things around, and we need to turn things around fast. A win in our first game could see us rise one place. So that's pretty damn important. I think it's time to go meet the players. So I'll see you guys in just a second. So here we are in the locker room with all the players, and as you can see, there's quite a few high potential and high ability players in here. There's also quite a few players out on loan who would be pretty useful to the club right now, the likes of Weston McKinney and Sebastian Rudy. Weston on loan at Juventus and Sebastian on loan at Hoffenheim. But there is still quite a lot of decent players in here as well. And the other thing that's quite notable as well is if you look by potential, there's quite a lot of young high potential players, particularly quite a few from Africa and North Africa, the likes of Ozan Kabak, Amin Harit, Nassim Boujalab and Ahmed Kutuku. So quite a few high potential players, quite a few decent looking players, at least on the star rating, which is obviously based on how good our staff are. But if we take a look at some of our better players, we've got Amin Harit here, valued at £9 million, and plays as an inverted winger on the left-hand side. He's pretty quick. He's quite quick off the mark, at least. His pace isn't actually that fantastic. He's got some pretty good technicals, dribbling, first touch, technique, which I like very much. Should be quite a good little attacking player on the wing, so one to keep an eye on. 53k a week, which is quite a hefty wage, but looks pretty good. What we'll do as well, we'll filter out anybody that's not at the club at the minute. As depressing as it is to lose those players, at least we can assess the squad that we can actually use. Next is Suat Sadar. I'm probably butchering some of these names, but again, a player with he's actually probably the best side of his game is probably his mental game, to be honest. Some solid physicals, some very, very good mentals, and yeah, a good set of technicals as well. I'd probably use him either, as a box-to-box or a ball winner. Obviously, he's got the aggression and the tackling for a ball winner, but he's pretty good as a box-to-box as well. So we'll see how we can use him to his best ability. He's on 31k a week and valued at 6 million at 23 years old. Then we've got Salif Sane, who is they say he's a ball-playing defender. I'm not so sure. I don't think the technique and vision really says that. But as a central defender, a very, very good option. A little bit lacking on anticipation, but otherwise, I mean, jumping reach of 19 with 15 heading. He could not only be good on the defensive side of his game, but also if we can get those set pieces just right, he could be a real threat in attack as well. 62k a week at the age of 30, so he's getting on a little bit, but certainly one to be used for the rest of this season. We'll look at a couple more. Omar Mascarell, who I believe is club captain, if I'm not mistaken. Deep line playmaker. Pretty good tackling as well, so probably a defensive deep line playmaker or a defensive midfielder, something like that. A good DM at least. Pretty standout mentals again. Mental game is pretty strong. Technical game is decent. I like him a lot. Almost 80k a week. That's a big, hefty wage. But he is in his prime of his career at 27 years old. And he's valued at just under £5 million. And we'll look at one more. We'll look at Gonzalo Paciencia, who is on loan from Frankfurt. So a divisional rival. £4 million and 20k a week. It's got a couple of questionable attributes in his mentals. But physically and technically, he looks the business. Decent technique. Good dribbling, good first touch, can header the ball as well. Makes him a good candidate for either an advance forward or because he's got the strength and the heading as well. And the jumping reach 13, that's not bad. Could also play complete forward depending on what kind of system we go for. So I think what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to head over to the tactics screen and see how we can assemble these guys into a decent little formation and get some instructions on that as well. Here we are on the tactics screen, guys, and we've produced our first tactic for Schalke, which is a 4-1-4-1 with a DM and a lone striker. We've gone for complete forward support, who will be sort of joined in attack by the inverted wingers. The Mazzala will get forward a little bit as well. The Carolero will just kind of shuffle across the line horizontally with the defensive midfielder there to help the central defenders, particularly if Mendel or whoever's playing complete wing-back attack gets forward. This is kind of what we've gone for. I'm not overly happy with some of the roles. I'm not sure about the complete wing-back. It's a very attacking left-hand side. Obviously, the Carolero will kind of shuttle across and help, but I'm not massively kind of sure about this one. We have only gone for very few instructions. This is a kind of tactic where we'd like to, over time, add more instructions as we go. Maybe use some player instructions as well, but keep it fairly simple. The other thing we've done as well is we loaded the Huddersfield Tactic, the 4-4-2, from our Huddersfield save over on Twitch not so long ago. So we've gone for this one. The reason being, we started to build our tactic, the 4-1-4-1, and what I started to realise was they've got a very natural deep line playmaker, but all the wide men tend to like to invert, whether their feet are strongest on the left or the right. They both like to cut inside from the flanks. They've got a couple of faster forwards, a couple of sort of pacier forwards. They have got a couple of target men and players like that as well, who I think probably will move on unless we can develop another tactic with them. And it just kind of sort of fit quite well, so we've gone with that. The only thing I'm not sure about in this tactic is the ball playing defenders. These guys, Stambouli is really kind of more of maybe a centre mid or a defensive midfielder, but he's kind of plugging the gap in central defence. We have also got Ozan Kabak, this guy here. He's actually one of our stronger centre backs in that position, but all we've got Sané, we've got Kabak, and then we've got Stambouli, who, like I say, is kind of a pseudo centre back, not a natural centre back. So we've only got two natural centre backs at the club at the minute, and none of them are kind of natural ball players. As you can see from Kabak, he was slightly better at ball playing, so we might go to one ball playing defender and a central defender. We might go to two central defenders. We're not sure at this point, but we're going to kind of look to plug and play with the Huddersfield Tactic to start with, given that we are halfway through the season and the games are going to come thick and fast, and we need to start putting points on the board, and we know this tactic works. So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to head over to our first game against Hertha Berlin and see how this all plays out. Just before we head into the game, I just realised we've got the DFB Pokal third round draw today. So there's teams like Bayern Munich, Dortmund still in it, some big teams. Let's see who we go ahead and get just before we head into that game. Let's draw all teams. Wolfsburg, fellow Bundesliga opposition. They could have been kind. We could have got teams like Osnabrück, Nuremberg, Paderborn, Union Berlin, but no. We got Wolfsburg. We'll see what we can do. I don't know where Wolfsburg are in the table. They're fourth. That is some tough opposition. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, that is the DFB Pokal third round draw. Here we go then. Game day number 1. We are away to Hertha Berlin. As you can see, This would potentially put us above Mainz if their result goes badly. They've got Bayern Munich, so you would expect, especially away as well, you'd expect Bayern to win in that one. So we could potentially leapfrog them. We have got worse goal difference, so we do need more than a point to go above them. But baby steps. Let's carry on. We're going to go with the Huddersfield Tactic, like we said earlier. We've put Kabak in the back line, along with Sane, Mendel, Harit, Bentaleb, Sadar, Schopf, Klunter, Paciencia, and Kutuku. I think I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Unless we've got any exceptional training ratings. We've got some good ones, but I think Ramon's on the bench. That's good. Okay, we're going to go with that. Kabak and Klunter are lacking in match sharpness. Okay, that's fine. Captain's not been selected. Farman will take the armband. The goalkeeper with the armband, that's absolutely fine. We decided not to change club captain. We just rolled with the guys that were there. They both had, I think, 15 and 16 leadership and teamwork, so happy enough with those. They've got a decent little side. They've got Piatek leading the line. Good little striker. We're going to point the finger and say, come on, lads. Let's get this. You had to take charge of your first game. Can you sum up your feelings? Okay. We think Bayern are going to win that game pretty comfortably. They've had a very, very good season so far. Let's go ahead and get into the game and see how we get on. Let's change these a little bit, shall we? Bump that up all the way. See how we get on. In our first game in charge, straight away Piatek puts us under pressure. In the first 15 seconds, they get a shot on target. Saved by Farman, though. Well, he was offside. Okay, second highlight, and again looks like a Hertha highlight starting from Stark, the centre back. It seems to be letting them dribble all the way through. Have another shot. Piatek, good save from Farman. Comfortable save, in fairness. They've definitely had the brighter start here. Guendouzi, Piatek. Plays it back comfortably. Although, the counter is on. Kutuku, not a great pass to Paciencia, but Schopf managed to recover. Finds Harit, he's got support in the middle. Tries to square it, can't quite manage it. Goes for the shot himself. Kutuku into an open net. Let's go, baby. First goal of the campaign from Kutuku, who is playing pressing forward. Love to see that. I thought all was lost then with that that missed pass to Paciencia. And that block. Good little effort. Goalkeeper dives, can't recover. And Kutuku slots home. At the minute, we are taking all 3 points from this game, but it is early doors, only 15 minutes played. Can we build on this? Players finding a little bit of space, which is nice. Hopefully playing with a little bit more confidence now. Paciencia. Kutuku goes for a second goal. Can't quite get the brace. Not a great shot. Off target. We're now level with points with Mainz. Obviously, like I said before the game, we've got a terrible, terrible goal difference. At least I think we've got twice the goal difference they have, but not in a good way. Oh, Mainz are losing, so now we're above Mainz. 1 point ahead. If things stay the same. Sane. Down the flank to Mendel. Back to Bentaleb. Tackled. Recover. No, I can't quite recover. But we should see this away. That's fine. Just keep... Oh, no. We've lost the ball. Piatek driving at the centre-backs. Forced out wide. Chip ball over for Dillerson. He's got to score that. He does. And that is our advantage over. 1-1. We're going to demand more from the boys. Disappointing. Very disappointing. I thought we dealt with Piatek, pushing him out wide then, but Guendouzi's ball over the top for Dillerson. Nothing we can do about that. Unfortunate. Just got to build ourselves back up and go again. The good news is, though, that Mainz are losing. What we'll do, we'll change this. We'll change that in a minute. In fact, we'll do it now. And we'll put the latest scores up so we can keep tabs on Mainz. 1-0 down to Bayern. How are Bielefeld getting on? Are they playing as well? They're 2-0 down to Gladbach. So a couple of teams above us, both not having the best afternoon. Interesting shot from Kutucu. Probably not really in a great place to shoot. Okay, half-time, 1 apiece. I don't think we've done that badly. I think we're definitely being the better team. Ever since, I think probably the first 15 minutes was probably Hertha's. The last half hour, apart from their goal, I would say we've dominated. So, encouraging signs so far from our first game in charge. Obviously, this is a brand new tactic for them. Okay, they've trained it for a little bit, but for the week. But encouraging signs, I would say. Okay, we had a couple of shots. Nothing really troubling the keeper yet, obviously. We'll give him another shout about now. 60th minute. And it's suggesting some subs. We must have some tired players. Klunter is absolutely destroyed. We'll get Ludovic on for Klunter. Bentaleb is tired as well. I don't know who we've got. Who's we got? Bujalab? 12 passing, 12 vision. It's not ideal for a playmaker. And Stambouli, 12 passing, 10 vision. I think we'll try and keep Bentaleb on. What's Bentaleb's? Yeah, 14, 12. We'll keep Bentaleb on for a little bit. We'll just change our right back. Get some fresh legs on. Oh dear. Hertha corner. Great save from Farman. We didn't deal with that set piece very well. We've given the ball straight back. That is very, very poor. Luckily they can't muster much from that. Saying put Stambouli in at centre back, but like I said to you before, he's not a natural centre back, and I worry. And Stanley's on a 6.7 as well. I don't understand why it's suggesting that, to be honest. Everyone's playing. Oh wow, Bentaleb is not playing well. We're going to get Bujalab on for a little bit. Who else isn't playing well? You've got Schopf isn't playing well. Could bring Raman on. Let's go with that. That's our 3 subs. We have got a corner. Kutucu in. Headed over the bar from Bentaleb, who is about to come off the field. 5-0 Mainz are losing. That is good for us with the goal difference. But we still need to get the point from this game. Yeah, Bielefeld losing as well. 3-0 now in Bolo hat-trick. As we get through, Kutucu, good save from Shvolov. I think he should have done a bit better there, really, one-on-one with the keeper. Harrit to swing one in. Guendouzi heads clear. Back to Harrit, though, who crosses in. Sane with the header, just off target. I think the keeper probably had that, but just off target. Mainz have got a goal back now. We're approaching the latter stages. We'll go for one more demand more as we get a free kick on the corner. Come on! Yes! Mendel with the goal. That has got to be the winner, surely. In the depths of the game. 4 minutes to play to protect this lead. Now, I'm tempted to do what we do at Huddersfield and defend this. So what we usually do at Huddersfield is we'll put the advanced forward back there. We'll put Kutucu on his own as a pressing forward. We'll go for, I think we've used all our subs, so this could be difficult. But what we'll do is we'll put who's the better defender? Sadar, can he tackle? 14 tackling. We'll stick Sadar in there. We'll put Paciencia central midfielder support. What else should we do? We'll drop the tempo slightly. We'll go, in fact what we'll do, we'll go positive and go standard tempo. Slow pace down is on, that's good. I think that's probably it. And hopefully we can see out the game from this point. 4 minutes to play. We have another highlight almost immediately. Not a great pass from Paciencia. He is kind of having to... Oh my god, that was close. From a shot that distance. Paciencia is a striker. We've kind of pushed him back to centre mid just to hold this lead. 20 seconds over time. That's got to be our first win, surely. We don't want any late drama. Ball's out of play. Final whistle. Come on. 3 points through a 91st minute goal through Mendel, who I think is the left back. I'm still learning the team. The left back scoring the winner in dramatic fashion to pick up our first 3 points for Schalke. A win in your first competition. Could you have wished for a better start? Absolutely not. Mendel's late goals. Yeah. No lesson we deserved. I think the boys worked really, really hard there. Like I said, we had the better first half. And we just took advantage in the second half. Mainz lost 6-1 in the end. Bielefeld lost 3-0. Gives us a bit of a rise in the table. And our goal difference doesn't look quite as bad in reference to Bielefeld's and Mainz's now. So, beautiful stuff. So, 1 game, 1 win so far in charge of Schalke. I could not have wished for a better start. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you have enjoyed the video, please do like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on for more content and to catch the rest of this Schalke mini-series. Until next time, guys, take it easy.